what's up, everybody?
Hello, you guys. We are on our way to this amazing collection of black businesses, and so we figured we'd shoot a quick video, just to
Because that's what you do when you're driving.
Why? It's gonna take like an hour. Like, why would we not just check in? Okay, so we're gonna do a quick check-in on race, all the things we're about for the Relatively Black and White podcast. So race, family, all of that. I don't know his answers. He doesn't know mine, because that's just how we roll. Just show up as ourselves, even with each other. So I'm going to start off by asking you, first of all, where has the Relatively Black and White podcast been?
It has been on hold. So,
yes.
There's been a lot going on with starting the church. And
yeah, which it launched great. It did well. My arm getting tired, so.
Yeah, and so it makes it really tough and busy, and puts stress on the marriage. Maybe we'll talk about that in one of the podcasts.
Maybe. We had to check in, slow down, check in with each other, get back on the same team, for sure. So, just so much. So, anyway, it'll be back soon. It's going great. Hopefully it doesn't hit this car in front of us, and we made it. Y'all, hear these brakes. Okay, you want a question for me, or how you want to do it? Okay, I'll ask the question for you.
Okay.
Being a white ally, we're in Black History Month. You are an ally for the black community as a white person. There's so many, and there's too few at the same time. But I'm curious how you show up as a white ally in the black, when you're with mostly the black community, and then in times when you're with mostly the white community. Is it the same? Like, does allyship look different in those different spaces for you? And then you can ask me about, I guess, my blackness and being married to a white guy. I don't know.
So, it's weird to even just be called an ally. Because I don't know. I feel like that still is like, hey, look at me, I'm special. But I guess you got to define it or describe it some kind of way. I would just say, especially now for me, it's different if I'm around a lot of white people versus not. Because with all the tension and all the division, now when I'm around all white people, there's always this wonder in the back of my mind, like, where do you really stand? And I maybe feel more combative, more, ready to jump on and not allow certain things to be said or done. Whereas I think now, even around a group of black people, I'm probably more quiet and just want to listen and learn, because I've learned that there's just so much I still don't know, and I still don't recognize, and I still don't see, and I still don't understand. So it's different. I wouldn't say I'm more or less in either scenario, but it's definitely different. So what about you? Married to a white guy. You feel like you can be yourself around any group of people?
I had somebody ask me, how am I able to show up as my authentic self no matter where I am, and even in my marriage? They don't feel like I'm less black because I'm married to you, and it surprised them. So I don't know what couples they've been around, but they were like, man, if you could talk about that, that would be great. I don't know if this is a space that I would talk about it all the way, fully, but I will say that I have had a whole journey of becoming myself, not being ashamed of parts of myself or even parts of my history, not being ashamed of what I didn't have growing up. I've had a whole journey of accepting myself for a long time, and I've pursued that to where I can stand in full freedom. As much as I know I'm standing in full freedom. And I think the reason I even can is because I feel like he lets me. Meaning not giving me permission. I just don't feel like I lose anything by being myself in my relationship. Some people, depending on the relationship, feel like they have to hide parts of themselves. Sometimes it's the relationship. Sometimes it's just out of their own individual fear of losing something, that they won't be who they are. Like they hide stuff and hold stuff back all the time. And you don't want to do that. Like, it's not the good life. It's not the free life when you have to do that. And I never wanted that. So look, he gonna get what he gonna get. And he ain't gonna throw a fit. That's what we say to the kids. You get what you get. You don't throw a fit. So if he ain't like,
what kind of stuff would people be hiding? I mean, other than
anything, like oh my gosh, y'all about to catch a car accident live. My purse is on the ground.
Hey, they stopped. They just stopped. That wasn't our fault.
I can't. Oh my god.
Yeah, let's shoot a video while we're driving.
No, you driving. I'm just shooting a video. Okay. Let's see, we're at 6.5 minutes. Let me hiding pieces of stuff. Okay, well, you may have someone in a relationship that doesn't want the other person to know that they secretly want certain things or want to do certain things.
Or like racially,
racially.
Like,
well, there's some black people that feel like if they act too urban, I'll say urban, not black, too urban, that their spouse will reject that because they will feel like they aren't that. So they don't feel like it's as acceptable to be that.
You got to work that out before you get married.
Some people don't. Some people, they don't. This is the thing that I think marriage, like, people mess up. You don't even know sometimes what you need to work out until it's time to work it out.
No, that's true.
You get married, you grow, stuff changes, and then you realize, oh my gosh, we probably should have talked about this. You don't even know. You don't even know in advance.
Yeah, I just feel like if you feel like you have to be less urban or less whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably big enough where you should have talked about that.
But even like the white person in the relationship who may have grown up in a very, privileged environment, may feel like they have to hide some of their privilege or like push it down because they don't want the other person to feel, even more bad about what they didn't have, possibly, like growing up. Like, if you grew up privileged, that's just how you grew up. That's just what it is. Like, you don't have to be ashamed of what you have because somebody else didn't have that. That's just not the cards they were dealt. Right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, I think that's it. Was that cool? That's a quick video. What do you guys want to ask us? Is there anything that comes to mind? If you're new here, hey, what's up? I've been married 15 years, got 3 kids. We don't get out much. But we are going to this amazing set of shops. So I'm definitely going to put together a little reel on my Instagram. It's _Priscilla B. He'll probably do the same. Maybe I'll share it with you. So that way you guys can kind of see what today turned out to be and check out. Yeah? That's all. Okay. If you don't... Okay, so Foxborough is where we just ate. It was so good.
So good.
It ain't as good as Texas, though. Did you think that? You had something you ain't never had in Texas. That biscuit burger.
It was like a brisket, what do you call it?
They shredded down the brisket and then they fry the patty.
Like a patty melt, but it was brisket.
That's good.
It was unbelievable.
Mine was pretty good.
I wasn't even hungry and I destroyed that thing.
You did. I'm just tripping. It was really good.
I don't know if that's something that's to brag about.
I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick impromptu vlog. Oh, vlog. Bye, guys.